I didn't think it was a perfect game for the Chiefs. Oh, my goodness.
You know what that sound means. It's time for a segment so hot, my grandmother was in line at the airport, told the TSA agent,
Why? I'm not flying the plane.
it's upsetting. They take your liquids. Coach, it's week 1 of Upset Alert. It's just a joke. Brew is going first. I'm sorry, I'm a little rusty on Upset Alert.
Yeah,
sorry, Brew.
Too long writing that joke about yours.
All right, I was torn between my pick. And I was all set to go with the Cowboys over the Browns. Which
Boring.
I agree with that. Boring. I still think they'll beat the Browns in an upset. Nick, you're not going to like it. Titans,
Wow!
ruined Caleb's debut.
You don't get to say you're a Caleb guy anymore.
I got to say this about the Titans. Look, we'll see what the Titans are. But I've said it several times. Coach, they had an offseason like they think they're about to make the playoffs. I mean, they go, obviously defensively, they go get L'Jarius Sneed. So Caleb's got to go against Sneed. They go get Tony Pollard, who I like.
Oh, my God.
He played last year off a broken foot.
I like it.
Broken leg or whatever he had.
Like?
Tony Pollard, Calvin Ridley, Tyler Boyd, and they already had DeAndre Hopkins. We'll see if he plays. Like, Will Levis is still a question. He might be pretty good.
What?
That offensive line is going to be really good, too.
Yeah,
It's not going to be really good,
I'm just saying,
Coach.
like,
It's going to be better
really
than
good.
worst. You said your whole defense.
Well, that was the worst the last 2
hold on a
years,
second.
but they upgraded.
You two's whole defense
They
of
upgraded.
believing in Derrick Henry was he was doing it behind this awful Titans offensive line.
They
Now the
upgraded.
Titans draft
Things
one
have
guy
changed.
7 overall and hire the Callahan father and
The
son.
Callahan
guy.
They are going for. I don't know what they're seeing,
Love
but
it.
they're going for it. And I think, look,
they
Chicago
fired
is going to be so much emotion.
I don't like that, but
So
I
many
like the hire.
expectations. It's going to be a lot of pressure on Caleb and everybody to perform. Upset.
Love it.
At least,
great pick.
listen, 3.5-point spread. That'll be in our new Upset Alert standings. That'll be worth 6.5 points if you get it right.
Yeah, he had this long.
We have to keep. It's very simple. You get
scoreboard.
if you get
I'm
the
like,
Upset Alert right, you get 3 points, and then you get bonus points for however big of an underdog they are. You understand? So if they were a 10-point underdog, you get 13 points for getting it right. If they're a 1-point underdog, you get 4 points for getting it right.
He's gonna
I'm
keep
keeping track.
but
There
we're
has to be
it's not
stakes
really-
attached to it. And you know what?
Well, I
happens
didn't get
Wild
anything
to the
last year
loser.
for running away.
Dunk's kept
in his own segments. All right, Coach, you're upset.
Well, I'm going to go with a young quarterback. And my young quarterback in my upset alert is I think Jaden is going to star in the Bake Show.
Oh, wow.
I like Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders
He does love the
to
Commanders.
beat Tampa Bay and the newly wealthy or more wealthy Baker Mayfield, who's going to be playing with that new contract and the pressure of the new contract. And when you look at the Commanders and you look what they did offensively last year, the Sam Howell 21 picks and 65 sacks.
That's
was
an absurd number.
It's an absurd number that I think he can bring well down. And then defensively, look, they gave up the 3rd most passing touchdowns in the history of the NFL. They gave up double the big passes of the next opponent. They were the worst in almost every defensive category. There should be significant progress there as well. So I like them and Tampa
Like
Bay.
it.
Can I ask a question?
I like both of these.
So I don't necessarily dislike this pick. I'd be a little concerned about a team that gave up 65 sacks with now a 165-pound quarterback, if that's going to work for him over the course of the season.
160.
But
He loves a 120-pound wide receiver.
Receiver, yeah. How many times Xavier Worthy get hit
Wasn't
yesterday?
touched.
Honestly, he's never touched.
He ran right through the defense.
210-pound quarterback.
No, but
that is fast as lightning.
Here's my serious question though.
You might not see him when he runs.
Okay, maybe.
That's
Here's
how
my
fast he
serious
is.
question. Todd Bowles' defense, a good defense, Vita Vea and company against a rookie quarterback. Does that, not just rookie, first start ever, how much does that concern you?
It's a concern, but I do feel that they'll do a good job of protecting him. They'll do a good job of giving him those gimme throws, screens, trying to balance the running game. I can't imagine they're going to put him in a position where he's got to make a bunch of adjustments against multiple fronts and disguises. They'll try to keep it simple early as he builds up. And look, if he just limits the errors, this game's going to be close.
Chiefs great Nick Allegretti, new offensive lineman for the Commanders.
The best thing about upset alert is it keeps you on your toes. We're logically inconsistent. Ooh, Caleb, his debut, very difficult, probably will lose. Jaden, his debut. Hey, he's going to play pretty probably win. That's why I like it. You never know what you're going to get. But you do know this. It's time now for the Puxatawny Phil of football to make his upset alert. All this summer, people are coming up to me. They're like, hey, can I bother you for a second? I say, yeah. I say, why do they call you the Puxatawny Phil of football? It's because you're covered with fur and live in a log. I say, no, it's just a coincidence. It's because I can predict the future. And this one is hot, special. You may think, ooh, you're in love with this team, Wilds. You always pick this team. That's right, because I believe in them. Sleeper team, wake up. Cardinals over Bills in Buffalo.
Wow.
In Buffalo. I can't believe it. The mighty Buffalo Bills, who last time I checked on their season opener, checks notes, lost to Zach Wilson. Yes, gave the ball away 3 times after the entire Jets franchise organization in the Metro North area was totally depressed. Josh Allen says, don't worry, I'll cough it up and let you guys get the W. Could the same thing happen again? He's not that good in opener. He's lost 2 of his last 3 opening games. Lost to the Jets last year, beat the Rams. That was a really good game. Remember that one? And then lost to the Steelers, finally. I know what you're thinking. Such a dynamic quarterback, though. He can beat you with your arms, beat you with his legs. Oh, who are you talking about? Kyler Murray! That's what I'm talking about. Kyler, once he got healthy, looks great. Last 3 games of the season, yeah. 72 yards, 72% completion percentage. What the heck is going on? He's also airing it out. 11 big throws, and now you got Marvin Harrison Jr. You can only have to throw the ball. You can also run against that Bills defense, which wasn't spectacular. Cardinals ran the ball a lot last year. The Bills did not. And I know what you're thinking. Hey, Wilds, have you checked out Arizona's run defense? It was, checks notes, last in the league last year. Sure. That being said, I do think, and I have no evidence to this, I'll just put that out there. I do think if you've got a rocket arm and you were playing a little bit conservative, a little bit like Mahomes, I want to have fun this year. I want to air it out a little bit. I want to throw the ball a little bit more. I think that's what Josh Allen wants, except when he looks around and says, hold on, Gabe Davis is gone, Stephon's gone. That's half of my receiving yards and half of my receiving touchdowns. I like Keon Coleman, but also a little pressure on him. Trending on Twitter last night. Wasn't great because Bills fans already mad that they traded away for Xavier Worthy. Yeah. Keon Coleman, you better. No, Keon Coleman's great, but if you're not supporting him, I wouldn't put that pressure on him. Yeah. Cardinals over Bills, straight up.
This would be a 9.5 pointer. 3 for the win, 6 for the spread. Yeah, this would, even if everyone gets it, you'll have a 3-point lead on the field.
I hope we all get it.
Yeah. I like the idea of waiting it.
Of course. Thank you, Coach.
Time now for Nick's picks.
Very good.
Oh, yeah. It is time now for Nick's picks. Last year, brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Look, we got a big sponsor.
You got a cut of that? You got a little cut of that?
Say it again?
You got a little taste of that?
Don't you worry about me.
Oh, Dusty!
Don't count another man's pockets. Don't worry about that. All right, here's the deal. Here's the deal. I've been making these picks on television for 7 years. 5 of the first 5 years in a row to start, we had a winning record.
Yeah.
Last year, we did not.
Like the Chiefs.
Well, except they won the Super Bowl, but yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They heat up.
And then, by the way, yeah, because I did do well in the playoffs. But this year, we turn it around. We start with the surest thing, which is the New England Patriots offense is going to be absolutely, incredibly dreadful.
Oh, is there any news coming out of Cincinnati?
Bengals laying 8.5. Don't care. Here's the question. Can the Bengals score 20 points? If they can score 20, they will cover the 8.5. If they can score 17, they might. If they score 9, they cook.
How dare you?
Here's the New England Patriots organizationally has said, we love Drake May. He might be the best player on an entire offense, which is why it would be irresponsible to let him play a football game while the offensive line is like this. All of these things are true. I don't love what's going on with T. Higgins or Jamar Chase. I just don't think it matters. You only need 20 points to beat the Patriots by at least 9. Bengals laying 8.5. Next, you guys flirted with it. They're going to go with it. The Cowboys are better than the Browns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Browns, both their excellent tackles are on the injury report. We'll see. We know the Cowboys' defensive front is going to be excellent. Deshaun Watson's going to be under duress. I'm getting points with the better team. Under duress. Sorry, bro. I'm getting points with the better team. Check the weather report. Clear skies in Cleveland, so you don't have to worry about anything funny happening, mucking up the game. And so Cowboys getting 2.5. They're going to win outright. Yeah. Take it to the bank. And lastly, this line moved in my favor overnight. It was Los Angeles getting 3.5. Now they're getting 4.5. Sean McVay, best coach in the league against the spread in week 1. 6-1 straight up, 6-1 against the spread with an average victory of at least 9 points. We just saw these two teams play. Came down to the final moment. It was a 1-point game. Also, a little too much Lions smoke. I like the Lions, but they have gone from being undervalued by Vegas to overvalued by Vegas. This is a field goal game. I don't know who's going to win it. I do know it's 24-21, 27-24, whatever it is. I'm getting 4.5 delicious points. Give them to me. Take it right there. Laying 8.5 with Cincinnati. Getting 2.5 with Dallas. Getting 4.5 with the Rams. That's a 3-0 weekend to start the week.
Nice.
Okay. Excellent job.
Thank you.
And I got a DraftKings read. Look at this. Home of touchdowns. New customers can bet $5, get $250 in bonus bets instantly. I might do that and bet all of our upset alerts. Sign up with code FTF.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.